I hope you guys will enjoy the little presentation Carlos has got for us. You're going to be doing with the EM10 Mark IV and the 100 to 400. Is that correct?
That is correct. So
sweet. We've already had people, and some of you might have been called already too, asking about that lens. So it's going to be a very popular lens when it comes in. So if you guys, after the presentation, would like to put it on hold, give us a call at the store, and we'll get that squared away for you tomorrow. Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
Let me open up my. I'm gonna give you guys a chance where you guys want to start, since we have that option. If you guys want to go with a 100 400, or you guys want to start with a EM10-4 and see what's there. So I'm gonna throw it up to you guys. So you guys decide.
All right, for all those, we got Lens from Vern. Just write lens in the chat.
Lens.
We got two
Okay,
lenses.
let's go with the lens.
We got 3 lenses.
All right.
All right, here's John. Got 3 lenses. Anybody else? 4. Lens.
All right.
I got a feeling we could wait for all the rest of the votes.
No. I guess we know already what people want. All right. So the new 100 to 400, pretty nice compact light lens. Just want to give you a nice preview of the beginning with a little video that we put together. So check it out. Anyway, so the 3 main points that we're gonna go through this lens is that at the very end, when you're using any of the 2x stock converter, you're gonna end up with a 1600 millimeter equivalent. Of course, you're gonna keep having a good optical design and still gonna be a super weather seal lens. So you're gonna be able to shoot on those rough and uncomfortable sandy conditions as well. So if that's the situation and you need to take the shot, definitely this is going to be one of those lenses that can be in your backpack. And then the controls that we're going to find on the IS system that we're going to have now on the new lens. So here basically you have the 200 millimeter equivalent, so that's basically at 100, and you can see the whole range. So you're basically expanding that little point that we're standing out here on the 200 millimeter range. So first, with a whole zoom in, you will be at 800. Once you have the 1.4 converter on, you can get it to 1200. And from there, once you put the 2x converters, you can get it to 1600. So definitely there's a lot of magnification that you're going to be able to do across the whole thing here. This is another pretty much example that one of my co-workers took. That's at 400, 12, and 1600 there.
Whoa.
Yeah, a lot of zoom power there. These are other images also as well with the converter. 1600, These were shot by Ray. You met Ray. Dono, I think, for the Grand Prix on the launch
Yeah.
as well. These were taken by Mike Amico. Um, the other cool thing is that it's a great lens for not only, of course, bringing your subject closer to you, but also for macro. So you can shoot super close and tight, reveal a lot of detail from anything that you want to capture. So you're going to have a, minimum focus distance of 1.3 meters from your subject when zooming all the way in. So definitely you can have and gain a lot of magnification with this lens. Other captures around here. This is also taken all zoom in like a 800 millimeter lens. This one as well. So it's pretty sharp lens. The other cool thing I like about the lens is that on the bottom collar, on the stand, you're gonna have that Arca Swiss mount in the bottom, so it's attached straight to your tripod without the need of a plate on the bottom. So one thing less that you need to bring with you. So here are basically other examples as well of doing telemacro with this lens. So you got the 0.57 magnification, but once you add the 1.4, you're gonna bring it up to 81, and then with a 2-point time converter, you're gonna bring it up to one and a half times, 115 times magnification power there. So definitely you can reveal a lot of details on your subject, so show more, express more. Also, it's a lens that is going to be compatible with focus stacking. Right now the new firmware update is out, so you can definitely update your cameras, EM1X, EM1 Mark II and 3, and EM1 Mark 5 3. Also, it's going to be available to use focus stacking with this lens. As you know, it's a super robust lens, so doesn't matter what are the conditions that you're going to be shooting at. Is it raining? Is it dusty? You can take it with you no matter what. This lens has 21 elements and it has 15 groups. It also has a zero nano coating that we put on the front element of all the lenses to reduce the glare that it's created when you have direct light hitting the front of the element of the lens. As you can see here on the charts here, the modulation transfer frequency charts here, you would see that 100 millimeter, this lens will still be able to capture 65% of the light that goes in. And over here at 400 will allow 70% of it. So it's stays with a pretty high standards of image quality that helps with keeping contrast, the illumination. So pretty much it's basically, if you don't know how these charts work, they are definitely comparing it to like a perfect lens. So definitely it's nothing that would be like the ideal lens, right? But that's the way they are designed. So there's nothing 100% perfect out there, but if there would be a perfect lens, that would be the amount of light that it would amount that I will allow to go inside the lens. So 90% of light is a lot of light. So that's pretty cool anyway. So 60 and 70 is still like super high standard. So you can understand how many resolution lines that will be there. The other thing is how comfortable the lens is and how approachable all the controls are going to be on the side. So you're going to have a focus limiter here, so 1.3 to 6 meter, and 1.3 to infinity, and 6 meter to infinity. So you can change that depending on how your subject is going to be far away. So if you pretty much know your distance, you can just select it on any. You can leave it in the meter if you pretty much don't know where you're going to be shooting at. If you're going to be shooting all over the place, but you're going to be shooting closer, bring it to the front. If you're going to be shooting further away, you just bring it to the back. So it's a pretty simple and straightforward kind of control. On the bottom part, you will see that you have the autofocus and manual focus option as well. On the other thing that is on this lens, it's a lock mechanism as well. So you can basically lock it at any given time. That way, you know, your zoom is completely locked and it's not going anywhere. Also, it has an IS control, so you can turn it and engage it at any given time, on and off. So this is very important. This lens will be also you can select which IS you're going to be able to use, the one on the lens, the one on the body. You can use them both together at the same time as well.
So the image
Another,
Hey Carlos, the image stabilization works with the in-body the IBIS.
absolutely. Another option that you have on this lens is the new hood, the LH76D. And the cool thing is that this hood is also compatible with the 40-150 Pro. And moving forward, this will be the replacement hood, I think, for that lens. So, um, um, you know, this will be also compatible with your 40-150. Other rings or accessories that you can buy or, you know, get, it's going to be the decoration ring. So if you don't want to use that lens color around, you can just remove it and put that one. Then, of course, the lens cap is going to be included. The lens case is there. There's a protection filter that you can get, and of course, the two converters as well, the 1.4 and the 2 times teleconverter. Any questions on the lens there? I'm gonna stop my sharing here. That way we can have some FaceTime here and talk about something specific here that you guys might have questions on that.
Yeah, well, we got a question from Craig, but that's about the camera. So we'll wait till you start the camera and we'll go into that one.
All right, so you don't have any more questions on the lens?
Anybody else have a question?
I think
Barry.
there was something unusual about using just the lens stabilization in the camera, and you could select whether you wanted both or
Yeah, you can use any of those. The lens will give you up to 3 exposure steps, basically, exposure value of compensation. So you can basically select which one you want to use. It's not sync like it will do with the 12 to 100 or the 300 millimeter as well. So doesn't have that synchronization mechanism, but definitely they still will work and it will give you up to 3 stops.
I got two questions.
Sure.
One is on the teleconverters. I'm going to get the lens and I'm going to get a teleconverter. How would I go about deciding whether to get the 1.4 or the 2.0? That's the first question. And second question, which I see some others have written about, is what does this lens do, or what does this lens not do that the Pro lens, the 150-400 that's coming up, you know, what will that give us that this lens doesn't give us?
Well, for sure, probably that new lens that comes out. I don't have spec specifics on that lens, but I'm assuming that it will have IS on it. I'm still, you know, talking without having any data, but based on that, I would say that it will have that system there. Of course, you're gonna have better glass on the other one. It's gonna be a Pro lens. And it also gonna have another internal teleconverter inside the lens. That's for sure. So you're gaining some other stuff here. This is gonna be more portability. Maybe still don't know the price of the other lens as well. So I don't know exactly how much it's gonna be. So we will have to wait until December at the end of the year when it comes out, so to have more details about it. But I'm also excited about that one, to see it and hold it. I have seen only the mock of it, and I'm gonna say that it's the same size of the 300 with the extension of the hood out. You know, that's pretty much the size of that lens by itself. So it's still pretty compact for the amount of range that, you know, it covers. The other thing is that compared to this one, that other lens, everything is going to be internal. There's not going to be like any moving outside parts of the lens. So everything is going to be internal. So that's another big benefit for, you know, weather seal and durability and endurance of the lens. So yes, those are going to be, I guess, the main points between this new lens and the upcoming lens in the future.
We got another question about the Pro lens. They want to know when it's going to be released, but I think that was what you said December, right?
Yeah, around December, I
December,
guess.
yeah.
That's,
Yeah. I forget the 100 or 400, the one that we're talking about tonight, that's going to be what, next week or no, end of September?
no, that one will be out September 8th. Should be
September 8th. Thank you.
yeah. Then the camera will be September 25.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. F-stops of Pro. I don't think we have any information on anything about the Pro as far as that goes, right?
I owe you that, man. I'm still waiting for that. All right, so let me head back here to the camera. Let me know if you can see it.
All right. There was a question about the camera about connecting external mic to work with the flip down screen for YouTube content. I guess they are thinking about using this for streaming.
Unfortunately, no mic connection on it, but we got other solutions like the LSP4 would be another option, or the the LS100 as well can be used also as a recorder. But I can talk about that later and how you
Sure.
link it together.
Right.
Anyway, OMD M10 Mark IV, super light camera. It's the lightest OMD that we have designed so far. So taking it with you should not be a problem. It's pretty lightweight, and portability. It's the number one reason why you would get this camera. So what's been improved here? It's going to be the IS, better autofocus tracking, face eye detection, easy shooting and sharing. On the scene modes, we're going to show you some new stuff there. The advanced photo mode also has some new information that I will share with you. The flip down monitor, it's pretty cool. And now we have the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth together, which make it a more stable connection as well and more faster as well. Portability, so I'm going to show you some of the new stuff that we added, like the USB charging and the deeper grip of the camera. So before this camera was 4.0, now we added half a stop of compensation there, so better stability for low light situations. So when you're using any of the lenses or you're taking a video, definitely the camera will compensate a lot of movement for you, even if you're moving into the pitch, yaw, roll, horizontal and vertical shift axis. So if you're moving your camera in any direction, no problem. Basically, these cameras, the way the IS work, seems like the camera pretty much is in a gimbal. Let me know if you guys can see this video.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So this is a comparison between a full frame camera, which has also IS on the body, versus ours, and you can see how smoother the video is. Both of the cameras, they're attached to the same rail there with the same lens as well. So you can see the action happening at the same time.
So the camera was physically attached to the rail on the boat?
Well, to another tripod rail extension.
Okay.
Yeah. Another cool thing is new improved autofocus continuous autofocus for faces, face detection, or subject movement. So it uses pretty much the same mechanics or algorithms than the EM1X there. At the same time, from the EM1 Mark III, it has the eye recognition and face detection there. So it will grab faces very quickly. It doesn't matter if the face is sideways or it's like a little bit further away. So it will recognize it and quickly lock focus on that face. New things here, the new 20 megapixel live MOS sensor and the TruePic 4 image, TruePic 8 image processing engine as well are going to be new to this camera. The 4K option also will be available on the EM10 IV. Inside the scene modes, now we added the panorama. One of the things with the panorama, it's a sweeping panorama. It's not going to be like a frame by frame kind of panorama. So you can now, you know, select this one and just sweep the motion. So, you know, makes your panorama capture a little bit more easier, you know. And now you're also gonna have this mode under the AP mode. So here you're gonna have pretty much all those cool modes that we normally find on the live composite, lifetime, multiple exposure. So in before these options were like a little bit inside the menu, so you had to like dig it to bring them out. So you can see that bracketing and auto exposure bracketing is here. Keystoning or digital shifting will be also available here, and the panorama as well. So you can select this at any given time just by turning the dial on top of your camera. Another cool thing in the art filter is the instant film option. It's pretty cool. I like the effects that the camera gives you. It's a pretty nostalgic, or like kind of a washed out color sometimes. So you have an option to fine tune your focus and how much the saturation that you can increase and decrease on any of this filter. So you have now another option to, you know, easily adjust the effect that the picture is having based on the filter that you selected. So this is a new thing. It's pretty cool. And now this is the first OMD with a flip screen. So you can definitely do selfies or take pictures, record, and review them on the same screen. So it's pretty nice. So you have all the controls on the tip of your finger. So you can touch the shutter, capture a video, or do the playback mode there. And now it has the beauty mode there. You can see it on the left of this LCD there. So you press that and engage that function. Basically, the camera, once it takes your picture, it will, you know, look for wrinkles and blemish your skin and make it soft. And, you know, normally when I use that enhancer, I mean, I don't need it because I'm beautiful, but it will add hair. But unfortunately, some heads, you know, God created perfect, and then they added hair. But thank God, you know, I'm one of those perfect shaped heads, so don't need it. Anyway, moving on. So the new smooth connection with the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi really makes it very simple to transfer and share your videos. The connection is faster. Once you turn your Wi-Fi option on the camera and the phone, it's already paired up with the app. It's pretty straightforward how to use it and, you know, exchange communication between one or the other. One of the cool things done on now with the new app is that you're gonna have, you know, your remote release control also here. So the other cool thing is that for night sky shooting or anything like that, we also added a night mode display for the remote, so it doesn't, you know, spill light on your scene or contaminate your scene that you're capturing with the light of your phone if you're using your device as a remote control. So if you don't have a remote cable release, you can also use your device as one. Sometimes, you know, might be handy. The only downsides that I think about your phone is that if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're using also that as your remote, I guess the cable will be a little bit better, but I guess, you know, make sure that you might have extra power just in case you run out of battery on your phone and you're in the middle of nowhere.
Question?
Right.
Would this function have all the capability of an intervalometer then?
Not on the phone, but the camera definitely has the option of it.
Thank you.
Inside, yeah. Yeah, so now also you can see the video tutorials on the app as well. So any how-to video that it's available on Olympus, you can, you know, look it up through the app and check it out, and, you know, also get up to date with something. Other thing is, you know, as I was saying at the beginning, it's the lightest EM OMD camera that we have made so far. Basically, the weight of it's 13.5 ounces, and pretty much with the lens, you know, that's pretty much nothing. So even though that it might be lightweight, the grip it's pretty pronounced in the front. So definitely, it's not that, it's pretty comfortable. You know, you can feels a little bit way better than the previous model, but because it's more pronounced on the front here. So you will definitely see a big difference between the EM10-3 and the M4 now. So definitely there's a bigger pronunciation there. Another thing is that the camera will charge through USB. So if you're traveling and you don't want to bring that big charger with you, you can leave it at home. That way, definitely, you can just bring your cable with you and just plug it into any USB connection, and you'll be charging right away. Also, you know, it's a system that, you know, might be compact, smaller, lighter, but still it has a lot of, you know, options to grow and room for keep growing and adding lenses to your collection as well. So definitely it's a great camera. So not only for beginners, but definitely to keep you on your feet, you know, with the other lenses. So the way that we normally suggest the system, these kind of systems are like with the 14-42. It's the most common combination with this camera. It's a standard zoom lens. One of the cool accessories for the 14-42 is the LC37C. If you haven't seen this one, so you can screw this one on the front of the 14-42 electronic zoom lens, and every time you turn on the camera, that lens cap will automatically open itself. So once the lens goes out, it will open your lens. So it's a, you know, automatic lens cap, so you don't have to be like, you know, putting your lens cap on or removing it. So it's very simple. The other two most popular lenses will be the 40-150 and the 14-150. Very, very convenient zooms. These pretty much lenses, the 40-150, as you can see, will pick up where the 14-42 left over. So this one will continue that range. And then you will have the all-in-one kind of lens that will cover the whole ground. So if you like pretty much shooting with one single lens without shooting, I mean, yeah, the 14-150 would be a great option there. And the other lenses would be the 25-1.8, the compact prime lenses that we have, like the 45 dedicated fast lenses. These are like super great lenses where when you're want to have something that it's great for low light situations. So I normally like to suggest people to get this ones because like at least the 25 is not that expensive and it's a very accessible lens. But for example, you go to any place around and you're shooting with your 14-1 to 42 lens or your 40-150, and let's say you go inside a cathedral or something like that, where normally we have low light situations there. So you want to have something like any of these lenses that they will allow more light in and allow you to capture a very sharp image. And now with the IS that it's been improved, it's a perfect companion as well. So other lenses, the 30mm macro and the 9-18 lens. So you got your macro lenses and your wide angle lens as well, super wide angle. And other extras, as I was saying on the selfie, or when you're using the auto mode or the e-portrait mode, you're going to have the option right on the outside of the LCD, so you can engage it and, you know, disengage it. So it will definitely process your face, and, you know, like I said, it will make you beautiful. Live view boost is also added on the menu now on the camera, so you will allow you to give it that little boost on your LCD whenever you need it, to be a little bit more bright and help you compose a little bit better under low light situations. PASM here now, if you're shooting or using the multiple exposure mode, the cool thing about this is that if you use any of your raw images under any of these modes, you're going to be able to grab them, select them, and overlay them between them, you know, on the camera after you took them. So you can just select any of these images under the multiple exposure option and put them together and merge them and create one single image on post. So other thing that we got, it's a 2.36 million dots of LC of the viewfinder here. It's 100% viewfinder, so you're not losing anything compared to other models. The two dials control on the top of the camera makes it very simple, so you don't have to press anything else just to change any of the controls. So that makes it very easy. And also the arrow pad on the back, it's already pre-programmed with all the options. So it's just make it very simple options just to, from your fingertips, you know, you just have to create muscle memory in order to get to any of these functions and change it right away. So like I normally tell my customers, you know, the more you use it, the more familiar you get with it. So it's like just buying a new car. So it takes you a little bit of, you know, a few drives just to naturally go and do something without thinking about it. You know, you just go out and reach and change it. Same thing with the camera. So pretty much it. This is a comparison chart with a previous model, the EM103. So you can see what have been changed here. Image quality, so your processor and sensor is going to be new. On the new Mark IV, the image stabilization have been improved. The sequential shooting as well, it's been higher now. Now it's 8.7 on the high and 5 frames on low. 16 options of art filters. The tilting of the LCD as well. It's a new option on the new camera. The USB charging and the weight now of the camera. And the Bluetooth also on the wireless connection. This makes a big difference. I'm telling you, when you're transferring images, it just makes a big difference. It's way faster. Thank you, guys. Questions? Let's open session for questions.
Yeah, Craig had another question.
Sure.
You said about the app, about recording audio on the phone and sync it easily with the video since there's no external mic jack.
No, I was not with the phone. I was telling with the LSP4, which is one of the recorders that we have or manufacture. I think I don't know if Michael has one on the store.
I know he's got some recorders. I don't remember which ones.
I think he got some last time, but I will check. If not, it's anyway. You guys can check it out. LSP4. It's the advantage that I can tell you about using that is that it's you can just put it anywhere. So you might be doing a video or something else, and you can be far from your subject, and you can just leave that recorder very close to where you are, just to keep up with the sound and, you know, keep do the ambient sound. The other thing is that it has 3 different mics. You have 2 on the side, and then you got 1 in the center. So you can definitely control like how much of that range do you want to cover, and which one of the mics you want to use. So that's one of the cool things about it. The only thing would be at the end that you just need to sync your audio and video on post. That would be the only thing. The only thing you got to do is just, when you start recording, just make a clap in front of the camera and make sure that your recorder it's recording, and that way you can synchronize them together when you pull the audio out in post. So once you do that, you should be good to go. So it's just one more step, but yeah, that would be another good way to add audio to your video. If you don't want to use the microphones from the camera and use something externally, you can do that.
Okay. John had a question. That's the next one down here. It says about, does the 104 lens come with the hood, or is that to buy separate? It came with the hood.
It comes with it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then Craig, I guess, was responding, I guess, to what you were saying. Is any special? But I'm not sure what he means by that. You know, or is it LS any special?
Like sales specials or
Software needed.
for the lens?
No, he's talking about the recorder.
No. For the recording, you don't need any special software for that. No.
Okay.
Any software that you might use for editing video. I mean, you can definitely record in different formats with that recorder, MP3, um, WAV. So it has different audio formats that you can select, and it definitely 100% compatible with any software that has the capability of editing video. So yeah, you should not have any problem. And also, you're recording on, you have the option to record uncompressed sound. So it's like the raw of sound, PCM4. So that's basically the same kind of sound, but the raw sound on that recorder, which is like even higher quality than CD. It's like 3 times higher than CD.
Cool.
Question?
Any other question, guys?
Yes, I wonder about the power connection. Is it a USB-C connector like on the EM1X?
No, on this one, it's our USB connection. No, you know what? You're right. Not USB-C, but the standard previous that came before USB. The same as the TG6 connection. So it's like an Android phone connection, like the previous one, not like
It's
the
oval. It's
USB-C.
rounded on both ends.
Yeah, it has like the little roundish, but it's not like oval completely on the side.
Right.
Let me see if I got a cable around here with me. I don't got one here to show you, unfortunately. But it's just it's not the USB-C. It's the one that came before the USB-C. If you have the TG camera or an Android phone, it's the same connection.
Okay.
But that cable comes with a camera, so you can just travel with that cable and whatever USB connection you want, and that's it. And also the camera comes with one.
If I was going to use this as a zoom camera, could I leave it just powered on continuously?
There's no power connection directly like AC adapters for the EM10-4, but if you have like a power battery supplied or like external charger, definitely will work with that. So you can keep it running from that, and maybe your external charger can, if you have one of those big batteries like
The power supplies.
yeah
The
the
power supplies.
Yeah, the big ones, any of those big power supplies, and if you can connect that one, I mean, you should be good. You can keep running it all day long. Definitely, that would be the perfect combination there. Simple solution.
That's cool. Because that's what I've been thinking about with my EM1 Mark II that I've been using. Because I've been thinking about using it in the studio doing tether, but I want to have power to it. That I don't have to keep swapping out batteries and stuff.
Yeah, on the EM1 Mark II, you need the grip in
Right.
order to use the AC adapter.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions, guys, about either of those things, or any question you'd like to ask Carlos? Like, why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green?
Why am I bald? But you saw that new option of the e-portrait, and it works.
Yeah. It's beautiful, baby.
Beautiful. All right, guys. So thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more announcement and things that are happening. Definitely, I don't know when I will be able to go back to the store. We still grounded, but as soon as we can go out and travel, I definitely will be up there for sure.
Yeah.
But hopefully, stay safe, stay sane. Go out and practice, shoot. One thing that we have noticed is that everybody bought macros during COVID, so everybody has a macro by now, I think.
Yeah, that's like it's been night skies and macros. That's what I've. Of course, that's what I shoot a lot of, so that's probably why it shows up the most. You know? But yeah, I haven't seen a lot of that.
Ideal for social distancing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carlos. Very good. A lot of information and very good review. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining, and stay safe and have fun with your photography. Remember, it's not don't take it seriously sometimes. You know, just have fun with it.
Yeah. Hey, Carlos. Now, can I just email people a link to the video? Would that be fine?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, all right. So yeah, Mark. So yeah, that'll be made available. Hey guys, I can't thank you enough for tuning in and joining us, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys got some great information for the upcoming stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing the 100 to 400 in person when it gets here.
You'll get it, man. Don't worry about it.
I know, we'll get it. But yeah, I'm just looking forward. I'm really super excited about it because I'm just like, that's a lot of telephoto. Imagine taking that out to like Mayaca State Park or someplace.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, thank you again. Thank you, Carlos, very much for taking the time to do this. I appreciate it. And I'll get with you and we'll talk more about other stuff. And thank you all very much for joining in. Be safe and be well. If you guys got any questions, just give the store a call and we'll be glad to help you out. We're open 10 to 2 tomorrow and then about 10 to 6 Monday through Friday. Normal store hours. Just wear a mask when you come on in. That's all we're asking. And of course, keep social distancing going. All right, guys. Thanks again.
Bye. Have a good one.
Be safe. Be well, everyone.
Thank you.